Come over there. We're going to film you people. If you want to, like, clap your hands, like, like you're enjoying it. Be participants in the video. Carol, you could do it too, right? Should I start it? You ready for me? Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? Action. Here we go. Action. It's a take. Here we go, everybody. Let's hear. Come on, everybody. Put those hands together. Come on. Come on, let's do it. Yeah. All right. I've got the Oscar fever. How about you? Pour me some bubbly. What you gotta do? It's Christmas in Tinseltown. Academy Awards. Sit right down, enjoy the show. Welcome aboard. Well, who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? I've got the Oscar fever. Nominees for you. Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman too. Daniel Day-Lewis, names that we all knew. Timothy Chalamet, we say how do you do? Daniel Kaluuya, we introduce to you. Saoirse Ronan, Sally Hawkins, Best Actress nominees. Frances McDermott, Meryl Streep, Margot Robbie. Who will the winners be? Who will the winners be? I've got the Oscar fever. How about you? I've got the Oscar fever. How about you? I've got the Oscar fever. How about you? Sit down. Enjoy the show. And the envelope. And the winner is. Now we send you over to Hollywood, California. Take it away, DKR.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I've got the Oscar fever. How about you? Pour me some bubbly now. It's all you got to do. It's that Christmas for Tinseltown, the Academy Awards. Sit right down and enjoy the show. Welcome aboard.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Well, who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? I got the Oscar fever, and I hope you got it too. Yeah, come on.
I don't give a damn. 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 You complete me. Answer the question. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Chocolate.
Representing Axiom, and on keyboards, on mixing, Manuel, push it.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Show me the money. Great ass! Right fried potatoes.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
That's a knife.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I'll be back.
Hey, it's the 5th annual Live on Cinema Oscar special with special guest Greg Turkington, Joe Estevez, Mark Prosh, Dee Thomas, and many more. And my name is Bobby Valley. Let's turn it over to our host, Mr. Tim Heidecker.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 5th annual On Cinema Oscar special. Let's give a big round of applause for DKR, who started the night off. And of course, we had Bobby Valley coming in from New Jersey. It was an awesome way to start the show, and an awesome show we've got planned for you guys. We're so excited you can join us live. Tonight is going to be unbelievable. I guess I want to get some out of the way real quick. First of all, I've got Greg Turkington here, one of the
hey guys.
guests of the Oscar special past. Sorry, it was actually a lot of energy in that performance, and these guys killed it, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great energy. We're so happy you're here. Honestly, it's going to be a fun night. We got a lot of stuff planned, and I do want to just kind of get this out and get it over with. Sort of the breaking news tonight here is that is probably, maybe could be the last performance of DKR, and that's kind of the news. And I don't want to get into the specifics of what that's about right now, but we are working on what the future is in that regard. So that was kind of a bittersweet. It was sort of the first time that we got a big audience like this, and also maybe the last time. We'll see. It's already an emotional night, and that's what it's going to kind of be. It's going to be a lot of news tonight. You know, Greg's here, and people are sort of like wondering why, because of the way he treated me and the way that the way things went down during the last time we kind of saw each other was during the trial that was decided upon my innocence. My innocence was determined by the state of California. I'm sure you guys know that. I'm an innocent man, and it's been hard because I had to watch Greg, Mark Prosh who's here tonight. I had to watch him, almost like in the Bible, the character of Judas, how he turned his back on everybody, and people have said, why don't you drop them, and why don't you bring in new blood, because this is so toxic. They bring in such a toxic energy. And the truth is, and I'll tell you a quick story before I get to you, Greg, and you can tee off with sort of the Oscar talk. That's why I want to kind of get this out, because we want to move on and get into some fun stuff and good Oscar talk. But I want to clear the air, and I'll tell you a very quick story. Last week, I had a phone call with the late great Reverend Billy Graham, who passed on, as a lot of you guys know. I spoke to him, and I told him the situation that we were dealing with. We were getting ready to do the Oscars, and I didn't know what I was going to do because I wanted to kind of purge people like you and Mark and even Joe to some degree, and especially you, Manuel, and Axiom. But I said, Rev, what do I do here? Because, you know, I'm filled with, I got such anger in me. And this is what's incredible about this story is that it was I was the last person to talk to Reverend Billy Graham before he died, before he passed away. And he said to me, you have to learn to forgive and forget. And, you know, I sat with that for that night. And I woke up the next morning and read the news that he had gone. He had passed in the night. And then I found out that I was the last person to talk to him, which is pretty cool.
Where did you find that out?
I spoke with his representatives. But the moral is I left that phone call, I was so angry at him. I said the F word to him. I said F you, but I said F-U-C-K-U to him and hung up the phone. And I tossed and turned, I woke up, I said, he was right. I need to move on. I need to forgive. And so I'm saying to you right now, I forgive you for the things you said to me during the trial, and I forgive to some degree Mark, and I don't forget some things in that department as why we're shutting things down. But a lot of what he said stuck, and I just want to move past it. If you want to move past it, I'm all for it. And let's.
I mean, you have to. You wouldn't have a show because we're the ones that have all the movie expertise and all the concepts, and Mark does all these characters that you wouldn't be able to have anyone do. So I can see why you would forgive us.
All right. Well, let's move on. No, that's great. We're here to talk Oscar. It is the 5th annual Oscar special, and people are saying, "What's with Jaws? What's with Jaws?" Greg, you want to field that one? It's pretty kind of neat. I talked to Greg last week. I said, "How do we want to frame this year? What's special about this year? It's the 90th anniversary of the Oscars." And he had a couple ideas. I shot a couple of ideas down right away. This one stuck, not sure why. Tell us a little bit about the Jaws theme tonight.
Well, I was filing some tapes at the VFA, which I'll give you an update on what's going on with the VFA later. It's not good. Mm-hmm. I was filing some tapes, and I was filing the Jaws movies, and I realized, whoa, this is the 40th anniversary of Jaws 2. And we blew it. We didn't cover the 40th anniversary of Jaws.
It flew by. I don't know, when was that?
2000? 3 years ago, 2015. Right. Because we had other things at that time. The Hobbit controversy was going on, and we had other things to talk about. This year, there's no Hobbit movies. This year, The Mummy was not nominated for an Oscar, as I was told it would be. And so we needed a theme sort of to tie the past 90 years of Oscars with the future 90 years of Oscars.
Wow.
And the Jaws movies, I think, have been one constant throughout the last few years of movies. Is something you could always count on, with all 4 of those movies being excellent movies. Mm-hmm. Jaws 2 is kind of the Empire Strikes Back of the Jaws series, in that it's the sequel that topped the original.
Right.
Jaws 3 wasn't as good. Jaws 4 is close to being as good as Jaws 2. And of course, Jaws 1 would be the second best of the Jaws movies. So to commemorate the 40th anniversary, we put together some segments that I think all the viewers are going to like. We've got some surprises that I'm not going to reveal.
Let me ask you a question. They don't make movies like Jaws. In other words, they don't make movies that go on, that become, like, for example, I want to talk about the movies that are nominated tonight. But I do and I don't, because frankly, it's not been a good year for movies.
No, it hasn't.
And I wanted to ask you about that and why that is, and what was working, what wasn't working. Be interesting to hear your 2 cents, but then we have to move quickly through that.
Well, I mean, I think that Oscar's gotten out of touch with what people like and what people respect, and the movies that are popular, because you take a movie like The Mummy that everybody I talked to loved and saw several times. It didn't get nominated for a single Oscar, not even a technical Oscar. And then some of the movies that were nominated are movies that I saw, I loved, but I didn't really love in the way that I love these 4 movies represented behind us, or represented through my outfit tonight, which
I was going to ask you because this is not an appropriate look. I mean, normally I would say it's a bad look. You look like you look a little off. Well, show them the tie. Can we do a close-up of the tie? Because that's an actual Jaws tie.
This is I'm a living movie poster tonight. If I stand next to the Jaws 2 poster, you'll see, look at the white, look at the red from the Jaws 2, and then this represents the shark itself and the water.
It's a look, for sure, and we're happy to have you here.
If you were, the average person would say, oh, who's that eccentric, gentleman walking down the street? But a movie buff would say, where have I seen this before? Aha, on the Jaws movie poster.
Oh, well, good for you. Let's see. So we're going to talk about Jaws tonight. We're going to be doing Mark Prett.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to reveal for the first time.
Okay.
People think Jaws 2 was the second Jaws movie. It was, in fact, the third. There's an unofficial sequel to Jaws that came out under a different name. You've all seen this movie. You all love this movie.
Well,
but what you didn't know was that it was actually the real Jaws 2, and that Jaws 2 is actually Jaws 3, Jaws 3 is Jaws 4, and Jaws 4 is actually Jaws 5. And we're going to get into that a little later.
Okay. Tonight's going to be a great night. We've got lots planned. One thing that's going to be a little controversial is, some of you guys know this, there was a movie that came out this year that wasn't nominated.
The Mummy.
No, the latest Star Wars movie.
Well, yeah.
Which I don't even know what it was called this time. What did they
It's called the George Lucas ripoff.
So, as some of you know, George Lucas has been making these Star Wars movies, making a lot of money off them. And what's happened now is we've discovered, I haven't seen the movie, I refuse to see the movie. We've gotten good reports, good intelligence that there's a character in this latest Star Wars movie called
Jonathan Kington.
No, it's called the original the Master Codebreaker.
Master Codebreaker.
So what that means to all you Decker heads out there, that means that Mr. Lucas went in almost like a cat burglar would and stole wholesale from our pockets, and he pickpocketed us with the original Codemaster character. So it's shame on him. What we're going to do tonight is a mock trial, and we will try. It will not be a legally binding thing. It's not like the real George Lucas is going to end up going to jail, but we're going to simulate the trial of George Lucas tonight.
As it would happen.
As it would happen, and we've worked hard to make it right. So maybe the state of California will pay attention and do something about this, because it's a shame, and it's a shame, and we're all here. Joe's going to help us out. Joe, do we want to see Joe? Joe Estevez
about
is
time,
with us
Tim.
tonight.
About time he be called to the...
I'm sorry?
I say it's about time he's called to the mat on that.
That's right, and it's a shame that he had to... It's almost like if you run out of ideas, just stop. You could retire. You don't have to go into somebody else's treasure chest and rob them blind.
He could have done, like, instead of taking our thing, do another American Graffiti movie. They only did 2 of those. I'm sure that there's something that could be done there.
Then a couple
Why do you
other
have to
things,
take my character?
I feel like I went through this. Yeah, this is going to be really hard. You understand that? With you. Yeah. You have some news about tonight's Oscars that I think is kind of interesting.
Well, I run in some circles with some real movie experts, buffs, critics, some filmmakers as well. And I actually know a guy who works in the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, very high up. I cannot give his name here for obvious reasons. He would lose his job and perhaps face criminal prosecution. He's there on the side of the stage with other Academy employees tonight. And to avoid a repeat of what happened last year, where the wrong name was in the envelope, they are giving the right name to several Academy employees just before the stars announce it. My friend, I'm not going to give his name, is going to text me those winners about 1 minute before they're announced on national TV. So you can watch the Oscars to find out who the best actor is, or you can watch this show and find out a minute earlier than anybody else on Earth.
Is that allowed? Can this guy, this seems like we're going to be given top secret information out
It's
here.
probably not allowed, but, we're going to do it, so.
Are we allowed to do that? I mean, I feel like we're going to get busted or something like that. Are we allowed to do that? Can we?
The Academy.
It's leaks. That's what Joe says. It happens in government all the time. And you know what? We're gonna.
Oh,
just,
hold on.
We got
I
one now.
I got one that just came in.
Okay.
So this hasn't been announced yet.
This is. I mean, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if we're allowed to do this.
Best supporting
Folks, if you're
actor.
at home-
I'm going to give it to him before the Oscars do.
wow.
Sam Rockwell is going to win for best supporting actor.
Is that right?
So Sam Rockwell is
know?
going to win probably in about 30 seconds. He texted me this. We can cut to the show and see
Wow.
Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
is
Can we
going
get
to
confirmation if that? Because it's been. How long has it been?
Well, he texted me this. I guess. Well, shoot. He texted me this at 5:14, and I didn't answer my phone because you were talking. But.
All right. Well.
So I don't know if they. I don't know because I don't know what's going on the Oscars, but.
Well, get the ringer on so.
Okay. Well.
It'll be easier to. I mean, it doesn't. Who knows? Anyways, that's going to be happening all night long. That's the show we have planned for you guys tonight. We've got a lot of exciting surprises, and we got a lot of good energy. And you guys are listening. I mean, I don't know what to say. We're going to have a long talk about what the future looks like. I'm talking to those guys. And I don't really know what to say. I mean, you guys have done everything right. So it's not something you're going to go to sleep tonight and no, don't pack everything up. It's fine. We're good. Just
go ahead and pack it up because we did the music. So let's focus on the movies now.
Just chill. I'm just telling you, there's a lot that we got to suss out. Just chill. Go over to the Chaplin's Express and chill. I don't want to be some kind of like guy that's up here saying things are all great. You know? I mean, I want to bullshit you. And I'm not trying. I'm trying to do this in the right way. You know, I don't know how. I don't know how it's supposed to go. We worked every other. We tried every other way. So just we'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is the fifth annual Oscar on Cinema Oscar specials. The fifth annual.
Sixth.
No, last year didn't count. That was bullshit.
Well,
no one cares
people
about
watched
that.
it. Just as many people watched it as watched the previous one. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and thanks to Chaplin's Express for being a big part of this special tonight. Chaplin's Express, featuring all kinds of food, and they're going to be a part of the show all night long. We're excited to have them a part of the show, and I believe we're going to be. Listen, we got any more Oscar predictions coming in? What a night!
He's going to text me when.
What a night for Oscar, and this is. I love this here. This set, by the way, has been really incredible.
Jaws themed.
From the beginning, and the set, we got to give a round of applause to the set design. I mean, unbelievable. And they got this prop. Is this prop rum? Is this made to look like an old sea shanty? It's pretty, it looks real to me. So, anyways.
And
Happy
some
Oscars to
Jaws
you.
themed trivia that we put together too for this show.
That'll be a lot of fun. So, folks, we'll be back after this short break with more Oscar special. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a few minutes. And Greg's expertise. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the 5th annual On Cinema Oscar special. It is a lot of fun to be here in Hollywood, California. I'm here with my guest, Greg Turkington, who's
Hey, guys.
representing, if you're just tuning in, he's representing all things Jaws. What an exciting year it is for the Jaws family, Jaws the shark and all the rest. And this is a big year for them.
Just the tip of the iceberg, and I realized there wasn't a movie where Jaws was involved with an iceberg, but if there's ever a Jaws 6, that might be what they do.
Well, Jaws 5 would be what it would be.
Well, no, because as I was saying earlier, Jaws 2 was actually Jaws 3, Jaws 3 was Jaws 4, Jaws 4 was Jaws 5, so
And
the
then,
next
yeah,
one
there's a
would be
teaser.
Jaws 6.
But what is the Jaws legacy now that we look back on 40 years of Jaws? Is it action? Is it sharks? Is it? I mean, Spielberg's still he's still making movies. That's still a career that's been, in other words, working and he's doing all kinds of movies, whether they're the movie about the newspaper and other movies.
Or the initial series, E.T. and AI.
That could be interesting. I'm being told I need to thank our sponsor tonight. First of all, the Delgado Fund. Very quickly, the Delgado Fund is one of the reasons that we are here tonight. A lot of you guys know I had a lot of loss last year with the families and with the kids from the Electric Sun 2019, and out of that grew this beautiful organization that is so important to me and is bringing arts back into the community in a way and making nights like tonight possible. So I want to thank the Delgado Fund for really stepping up, and thanks, guys, and we'll have more on that. But the other big sponsor tonight is Chaplin's Express, formerly Chaplin's Chili. We're joined by one of Chaplin's employees, Hank.
Hi.
Hi, Hank.
How's it going?
Thanks for being with us again.
Thanks for having us again.
And
Why
what's-
the name change?
Well, it's a new business. Chaplin's Chili bought back the rights to Chaplin's Soups and Subs. There was a lawsuit, but now we have grown out of that. We're still part of Levinson's acquisitions, and we're bigger than ever. We have 35 stores
Oh, great.
inside of gas stations for food on the go, for travelers. Southern California mostly, and then there's one in Arizona.
And so what you've done over there, it looks like you've created almost like what your store is in
Yes.
in there. Okay.
It's almost the full menu here.
hot
We have
dogs and everything.
hot dogs. We have 5-bean stew, and you could get a stew dog. We could put the stew right on the dog.
Great.
And we have
So like a
corn
chili dog?
dogs, like a stew, and all the toppings. And this is most of what we carry, but we work directly with the different gas stations to cater to what their customers like. And we've also
All
partnered
right.
with a
Thank
vape
you very
shop,
much, Hank, and
vape lounge.
thank you. Yeah, and we're offering some.
That chili tastes different because it's stew now, or
No,
Yes,
don't
it's
get
an
into that,
all-new-
Joe. Hey,
okay,
Joe.
all right, never mind.
This isn't 20 questions
All
on
new
Chaplin's
recipe,
Express.
very different than Chaplin's.
Let's
chili
move
and
the
soup and
show
subs.
along.
Thank you.
So happy anniversary to Jaws 2. We made this little package here celebrating 40 years of Jaws 2. Let's take a look. And this is an important video, and make sure everyone pays attention, because 40 years goes by like this. Trust me, I know.
Wow, I cannot believe it's already been 40 years. Happy 40th anniversary. Congratulations.
Happy 40th anniversary.
And happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary, my friend, and thank you for everything.
We are wishing you a very happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary. Congratulations.
Hey, happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
You're the best. Happy anniversary.
All the way from across the pond, happy 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary.
Happy 40th.
Just want to wish a 40-year anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary, number 40.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy 40th anniversary.
I hope you have a great day and have many more anniversaries.
Just wanted to wish you a happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy 40 years.
40 years! You made it!
Very happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Well done on 40 years. That's amazing.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary. Keep rocking. Woo!
Oh, that was almost got a little choked up there. That's amazing. I am in that area. You know, I could tell you that's probably how old I could be. 40 years. That's terrific. I don't want to give my age, but it's
the movie's held up better than you, though.
Well, that's easy with that. That's disrespectful.
It's respectful to the movie, though.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about. So.
Anyway, as we promised, this is exciting, and I want to thank Mark Proch as much as he's crossed me. I'm excited to see what you do. It's unbelievable what he's been able to do in such a short period of time. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Mark Proch doing what he does best, scenes from Jaws. Let's take it away. I love this. Good for you, Mark.
You all know me. You know how I make a living. This is a bad fish. He can eat you up and swallow you whole. A little tenderizing, a little shaking, and down you go. I'll be honest, this isn't like going down to the pond and catching bluegills and tommycods. This is going to be a lot harder. It ain't going to be easy. And I don't want any other captains. I don't want any other shipmates. And it's going to cost you a lot more than $3,000. I value my neck more than that. I'll find them for $3,000, but I'll catch them and kill them for $10,000. I know you guys all want your businesses back, or you'll all be on the dole very soon. You'll be out there on Welfare Street. Well, I don't want to see that happen. $10,000 is a little small amount for you to have to go through all that.
You're going to do the voice at all? You don't do you're doing your straight voice. The character of...
He sounded like me, I thought.
He's got an Irish accent or something,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Quint, this is Quint from Jaws you're doing? He talks like this, like a pirate. Why can't you talk like a fucking pirate?
My mom's side's Irish.
No, I don't give a shit. Start it from scratch, but put a little energy into it. You're reading it. Sucks.
Y'all know who I am. You all know how I make a living.
That's better, but yes, speed through it. Cut to the end.
Yep. I don't know how to make a living. How to do this.
Dig into it. You're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear it. You watch the clip. I saw you watching the clip all morning. I could do a fucking better job than that. Just take it slow.
Y'all know who I am. You all know what I do for a living.
It's a little better.
I'll do it. You think this fish is bad? It's not like going down and catching
looking in the
cod
camera?
and helicotty. Huh?
Don't look in the camera. Look off camera. It's not like he's giving a speech in the camera.
It's not going to be easy. It's not like going down to your pond and catching tollycods and pods. Bluegills and cod. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
You're not doing it right.
I forgot how he did it.
Oh, hold on, I think I have an Oscar.
Hold on a sec. Stand by. Greg has a exclusive Oscar
no, sorry.
pick.
It's somebody else.
I don't know how you do it. I'll catch them, but you're going to have to pay me more than $10,000. I value my neck more than $10,000. I'll find them for $3, but I'll catch them and kill them for $10,000. You'll have to put him. I'll get his head and his tail, and you can fry it up if you want. I don't mind. Fry him. And then I'll catch more Jawses. I'll keep catching the Jaws and Jaws. I'll keep
All right,
catching
that's
all.
enough. Thank you. You're off script, and now it's not an improv show. It's not a game where you're doing improv in the character of Quint. You're supposed to be doing. You promised me that he would be doing recreations of famous scenes from Jaws.
Interrupting with direction when
Well, the
Roy Scheider
somebody had to. You're going to let him just sit there and read it off the card like that?
Well, that's what Spielberg did for his actors.
Let's vote. We have a vote. We get a poll going. Let's see who thought Mark Proch's impression of Jaws was anywhere near what it was in the movie, and I regret asking. I'm instantly regretting asking you to be a part of this. Okay. Now you want to take another shot at it now, quick?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
You all know what I do for a living. You all know why we're here. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be easy.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I have to do a pause there. He does a pause.
All right, but you're not. You're breaking from the spirit.
Well, when
of the
did you last see Jaws?
It's
not that far off.
First of all, this isn't even Jaws 2, so I don't know why we're doing it. But you're breaking from the spirit of the film in a major way.
I'm just doing my best.
And I know you have another couple of these scenes planned.
Yeah.
I suggest what you do is go back and work on them. Work them over and over.
I thought it was good.
You're not. You're absolutely going in the wrong direction of the spirit of the film.
Roy Scheider was one of the only to come back for Jaws 2.
All right, you can know all the trivia you want for Jaws. You're sinking the ship that is this show. Okay? You are the shark driving into the side of the boat that is this show.
I think it's
and
more. It has more to do with Jaws than DKR's set had to do with Jaws.
You're off. Your tie sucks, and the spirit you're bringing to the show is also very low. And the energy's bad from you.
Well, what I'm doing, what he's doing, has everything to do with Jaws.
I'm sorry, everything you promised tonight so far has gone down
to do with Jaws.
And go back and
I'm
work
not
on
going to do it for...
Mark, do what I tell you and stop jerking around and go back and work on the second scene. Because that's not going to cut it. Everyone's... Look at the faces on the crew here. They're embarrassed to be a part of the
They look happier than they did during the DKR set.
Well, I thought he looked pretty good.
He looks great, and the makeup job is great, and the costumes are great. Everyone's doing their job except him. Get him the script. You're acting like you're not off script. You're acting like you're remembering this thing. No, we're done with that. We're done with that.
Great.
I would like to, excuse me, get him back in the makeup chair and get him working on that. Get him back. Somebody get him back. He's in my eye line. He's got to go. When we come back, we're going to begin the trial of George Lucas. Lucas, we're coming for you. You've crossed me, and like everybody else who crosses me, you will learn to pay, and you will pay. And today is the trial of the century, the trial of George Lucas. Shame on you, George Lucas. We're coming for you, and start packing, because I'm going to win, like I win every trial I do. The trial of George Lucas starts now.
I sold them to the white slavers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to decide upon the matter of Tim Heidecker versus George Walton Lewis Jr.
George Lucas.
George Lucas.
Lucas, yes.
Lucas. Walton is your middle name, sir?
Whatever you say, sir. That's fine.
Okay, I'd just like to make it official. Thank you, George Walton Lucas Jr. We are gathered here in the court of law for the plaintiff, Mr. Tim Heidecker. Now, Mr. Tim Heidecker will present evidence to support his claims of character and intellectual property theft and fraud perpetrated by the defendant.
Yep.
And Mrs. Mercer and Mr. Lucas's, by defendant Mr. Lucas. Mr. Heidecker, you can prepare your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. I should say it's an honor to be with you here today in this court of law. I would like to begin my opening statement by thanking Mr. Lucas for coming here and being not fleeing the country as somebody with his great wealth and great wealth essentially would do. The case is very cut and dry, Your Honor. Thank goodness. We're not going to have to spend a lot of time on this. There's a film that came out this year directed by George Lucas called The Last Jedi, and I think let's all hope it is the last movie by George Lucas in the Star Wars series, the franchise. In the movie, and at some point in the movie, we'll determine it during my interrogation, we'll determine when in the movie, there was a character established named the Master Codebreaker. I can confirm that from my associate Greg Turkington here, who in fact did play the character of Kington, as also known as the Master Codebreaker, in the Decker Show, which came out, thank you, which came out 3 years earlier. Suddenly it appears in the Star Wars movie. Now there's no further evidence needed to prove that this man is guilty of criminal larceny, and as far as this is concerned, should be sentenced to death. But in the case of this court, we will exonerate him, or we'll at least demand a more than a slap on the wrist, but a apology and financial retributions. That is my opening statement, Your Honor. And let's be honest, this is a cut and dry case. I expect you to honor us with your judicial oversight and guarantee us a guilty verdict for Lucas. And that's as clear as it can be. I rest my case.
It was marvelous, Mr. Heidecker. Well, all right, let's take a short recess, and then when we come back after we adjourn, you can call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court's adjourned.
Well, that was exciting. I think it's a pretty interesting opening argument I made, and we will be seeing more of that.
Justice will prevail.
Justice will prevail, and I think it'll be great to have you as a witness there because you are the original code master, Kington, or Jonathan Kington, as they say.
I have a lot to say on the subject.
I bet you do. And I think you're going to be a star witness because when the judge gets to hear that how you came up with the character, I think it's going to be a slam dunk. And this, by the way, is not prop rum. I was told by the prop guys that this was prop rum. This is rum, and we're having a little bit of fun with it. But it almost goes with that sort of sea. I almost feel like I'm on a boat or something because it is
Robert
Jaws.
Shaw from Jaws died of alcoholism, so it's kind of appropriate.
Well, that's not funny. It's not a disease anyone should be laughing at. One disease that I never laugh at is the great D. Thompson. He is D. Thompson, of course, is a friend of the show. He is one of the only people to have, I think the only person to ever successfully sneak into the Oscars. I don't know what year it was.
It was 21 years ago. This is the 21st anniversary of his incredible...
Blackjack.
I wouldn't call it a stunt. I'd call it a feat.
He got into the Oscars scot-free. And
without a ticket.
And Dee was a guest on the show a few years ago. And now we're so pleased we actually have him live as he attempts to sneak into the Oscars one more time. Let's take a listen.
He's going to replicate his amazing historic feat.
On March 24th, 1997, Oscars Eve, struggling actor D. Thompson made history as the first person to ever attend the Academy Awards without a ticket. For many, getting into those hallowed halls is the stuff of dreams. But through determination and luck, D. Thompson made it a reality.
Prayed and asked God to let me go to the Oscars, and I went to the Oscars. Walked there and rode home in a limousine with total strangers. The Oscars has better security than most presidents.
They wouldn't know if I came out of the toilet, right?
It's like Star Wars. You know, it's like they had all this high-tech security where you put your hand on this. It was a great evening, Cinderella-like evening for me.
His impromptu attendance of the 69th Annual Academy Awards has led Dee to a lucrative book deal, magazine cover stories, and television show appearances. Now, 21 years later, Dee is about to attempt the impossible again. Tonight, on the 5th Annual Live on Cinema Oscar Special, we follow Dee's journey to return to the Oscars without a ticket.
All right, Dee Thompson, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Where are you?
I'm in Hollywood, beautiful Hollywood. It's the 90th Academy Awards, and I'm trying to get into the Oscars once again. I went there to the 69th.
My friend, the Oscars have begun. Where are you? You got to get a jump on.
Well, I've tried several checkpoints, and I'm going to try another checkpoint, and hopefully they'll let me in.
Pan the camera. Tell them to pan the camera. Where are we?
Yeah.
Pan the camera. Where are
Hollywood.
we? Hollywood. That could be anywhere. I don't buy it.
Yeah, we're on Hollywood Boulevard, near Hollywood Boulevard. I think this is Cherokee.
Okay.
But we're across from a costume shop in Hollywood. Costume shop.
Well, you promised you're going to get yourself in the Oscars again. Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to do it, and I'm on my way, and I want you guys to come with me. So let's go and see if we can check another checkpoint, and maybe they'll let me in this time.
Maybe don't drive up. Excuse me. Maybe don't drive up in that ridiculous, obnoxious truck you've got there. Maybe you could sneak in, be a little more covert.
I'm gonna take your advice on that, and maybe we'll leave the car and just walk in.
Yeah, don't wear a shirt that says Oscars on it or something. I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to get into the Oscars. What did you do last time? You wore that outfit?
Well, the last time I just had a tuxedo with a plain white shirt and a bow tie, so maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
Now that I've got, I've kind of branded myself, so I might need to tone it down a little bit. So
I think so.
They'll give me a pass.
Any advice, Greg?
Man,
I think they might let you in because you're wearing that stuff, because they might say, oh, this guy did this once, let's let him do it again.
Well, you're missing the show, so get going, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell Jimmy Kimmel we're on our way if you guys see him out there.
No,
we're on our way.
Okay, well, no, we're not at the Oscars. All right.
Okay, well, I'm on my way, and we appreciate you guys. Let's go.
Very good. Listen, I don't want to tone shift too much. I don't know if they have this ready, but the Delgado Fund really is why we're here tonight. Thank God for them. And I just want to take, because we never really got a chance to do it in the trial, I want to thank the Electric Sun 20, or the 19, I should say. Do we have that? Can we get to that? And we don't have it yet, so we're going to wait for that. But they haunt me. I'll be honest with you. They haunt me.
They should.
And they're here tonight. I know they are. Reverend Billy Graham is here tonight. He's talking to me in my head. And the 20 are talking to me. Every time I take a piss, they're in the mirror when I wash my hands afterwards. It's unbelievable. I'm like, get out of here. I'm trying to focus on the show. Unbelievable. They're really something else. And I know that they're up there just shining down on us and making the show what it is. And I dedicate everything I do in my life to them because they're a part of me now. And, you know, it's been a real interesting experience. That's all I can say. Greg, there's another important anniversary this year that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's not only the 20th anniversary or 40th anniversary of Jaws 2, it's the 20th anniversary of
the Rat Pack movie, which came out in 1998.
Terrific.
Starring Don Cheadle and Joe Mantegna and Ray Liotta.
Ray
as
Liotta
the
from
original
from
Rat Pack.
Godfellas.
And this was a great movie. A little bit under some people's radar when it came out, but it went on to become a big cult movie that people get together and watch all the time. And if you haven't seen it, you got to see it. And to commemorate this movie, we've actually put together our own cast of actors portraying Ray Liotta, Joe Mantegna, and Don Cheadle as they appeared in this classic movie, The Rat Pack.
Let's go to we're going to the Rat Pack Trap right now live. This is live, folks. Welcome, Rat Trap Packers. Welcome to the Rat Trap. Welcome, we got a Rat Trap for the Rat Pack is what we should have called it.
Some of that rum.
And this is Don Cheadle, Joe Mantegna, and Ray Liotta as what are they called?
The Rat Pack?
No, I'm sorry. Well, each one is
Chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board. And do we have them on camera? Where are we? Yes, we are. There they are, boys. Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin. Take it away, guys. There you go.
Let me tell you a story. That lass has class. This chick is hip. And if she takes you on her ride, it's a real crazy trip. The style, that smile, that just goes on for miles. 20th anniversary. It all adds up to just one thing. Yeah, that girl's just gotta be kissed. Her clothes, her hair. Oh, a look that's rare. And when she's passing by, it's so hard not to stare. Those lips, those hips, beyond compare. And when she smiles, it's all you need to see. To just one thing, yeah, that girl's just gotta be kissed. The moment that she's...
Thank you. We're just, Turn the music off. That was the bridge. I know music. Don't talk to me like I don't know music. I know music. That's not a bridge. Get a hat that matches your tux. Thanks, guys. Terrific stuff.
Pretty good,
Pretty
Ray
cool
Liotta.
to have the Rat Pack in-house. So, guys, talk a little bit about what it was like back in the old days, back hanging out, and it was Sammy.
1998.
Those were the days, my friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a groovy time, man. It was something really special.
Cool.
They're gone right now, but man, they'll always be in our hearts.
I think I was sober back then.
You see that?
I want to hear about. I want to hear about what it was like with Ray Liotta.
Greg's.
I don't.
All right, if you want to ask him a question, you ask him a question.
You guys have seen the movie, right?
Yes, we have.
Who do you think's the best out of the three as far as
Joe Montana.
capturing? Yeah.
Joe Montana.
Oh, isn't that his name?
Ray Liotta.
Any of you guys met any of the?
Most
Have you
represents
guys
the time and the
met any of the people you portrayed, such as Don Cheadle?
I've met Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's a personal friend of mine.
Nice
there
guy.
You go. That's
Yes,
pretty
he is.
cool.
Have you
Oh,
guys?
that's
Have you
awesome.
met Ray Liotta?
Not had the chance.
I've met Joe Montana, but I heard that's the wrong guy.
Joe Montagnia.
You can't even say his name.
He's talking about the football player. Greg doesn't know what he's talking
Do you
about.
guys remember where you were when you first saw the Rat Pack movie?
I don't even remember where I am right now.
All right, that's enough.
I remember, man.
Thank
I was
you.
in a theater.
You were in a theater. I was at the
That's where I
Beverly
saw it,
Wilshire,
yeah.
man, when I saw it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that Greg, not a great plan right there.
Well, I thought they were going to talk more about the movie, not about the Rat Pack.
You know, in that movie.
All right, that's enough from you. Cut his mic. I'm sick of that shit. You're trying to upstage me now because you know everything about music. Huh?
Not at all, pal.
All right, then shut up.
All right.
Go to the Chaplain's Chili. Why don't you get yourself some hot dogs? Shove it in your mouth. It'll keep you quiet. Clear them out. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it comes to me with sass. And read the room. Nobody wants that with your quips. Clear them out. Get them in the lounge. Axe, talk to him about how to behave around me. Clear.
Clear.
Thank you. Axe, you give him a lesson on the deal. Help yourself to a free hot dog. All right, that's the Rat Pack trap. They're trapped. And I think that we should ask them to go because I don't know if we need that kind of...
Well, no, because for what we're paying for them, they're not going to leave yet.
Okay. Hey, easy, Axe, easy. Hey. Everybody chill out. We're not getting... Everybody calm down. Have some chili. What do you,
$50 bucks.
What are you paying them? $50 bucks? Do you have any of these predictions? Have some respect for Chaplain's Chili over there, guys. Sit down and eat. Any of the Oscar predictions? You get any text from your pal?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody win? Is the Oscar still on? Hey, shut up!
No.
Has he not written you?
I know, he hasn't.
All right, well, thanks for making that a big part of the show.
Well, they're probably doing... A lot of times in the Oscars, they have big production numbers and things like that, so they don't give the awards until later in the movie.
I'm in a bad mood
show.
with you. I'm in a bad mood with you, Rat Packers. I want to bring the energy back to a place of reflection and a place of...
You shouldn't have been asking him about the Rat Pack in those days. We're trying to find out about
How is
Ray
that?
Liotta and Don
I don't
Cheadle.
care about some TV remake of the Rat
Oh,
Pack
hold on.
story.
I did get Leo has texted me. Okay, this hasn't been announced yet, but it's going to be. A production design award is going to go to The Shape of Water in about 1 minute. So,
all right, great. Somebody track that. Seriously, somebody track that and find out if this guy's full of shit or not.
How'd that first prediction work out there?
it was right.
Oh,
So-
all right.
Yeah, it was apparently right. Now listen, the Oscars are going to do this. They're going to do some kind of in memoriam about who died this year. Jack Nicholson, whoever died this year. Reverend Billy Graham. They won't mention him because that's not PC. Who died this year? Anybody?
It's who died last year.
Well, who died last year? Who's they going to mention in the in memoriam? Anybody come to mind?
I don't think very many actors died last year, thank goodness.
All right. Well, whoever did, they're going to make some big deal about it. But right now, I'd like to pay tribute because this is partly because of the Delgado Fund. we want to send a...
Just received news that they just announced the winner, Shape of Water. Just
Best
as
Picture.
Leo texted me. So.
Okay.
No,
There
not
you
for
go.
Best Picture, for...
Production design.
Yeah.
All right, well, the
So there you
systems
go.
work. Very cool.
So tell your friends, if you're watching, tell your friends, we have the scoop. We've got the information
All
1
right.
minute before America gets it.
Listen,
if
enough.
you want to win
Thank you.
bets, think about the money you could make placing bets on these things, getting the information from our show, placing a bet,
All right, thank
high
you.
stakes bet.
I would like to quickly go to, and this is because it is the Electric 19, the Electric Sun 19 is the reason we're here tonight. Let's remember, take a minute to remember them. We're going to show a clip that I put together to remember them, and we'll take a break, and we'll be back after that memoriam. Thank you, guys.
Known you since I was 17. Carved our names in the maple tree. I wish you was in a heart. Oh, 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 oh. You always had the perfect smile. I wanna keep it for a while, 'cause it's a work of art. Oh, 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 oh.
sold them to the white slavers.
Oh, here's the pen.
All right, the court will come to order. In the matter of Heidecker Films versus VFA Films and George Lucas, Mr. Heidecker, you can call your first witness.
Yes, I'd like to call my first witness. His name is James Flint. James Flint to the audience. Bring James Flint to the audience.
See, Mr. Flint, put your hand on the Bible.
Don't do that. We don't need that bullshit.
You don't need that. Just tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So I help you.
James Flint, thank you very much for joining us today. Now, Mr. Flint, you are an avid viewer of movies and film and TV shows as well?
I am.
Thank you. And can you confirm that you have seen the Decker television show starting as a webisode concept, developing into a huge international hit on cable television?
Yes, I have.
Can you confirm the character of Jonathan Kington
Yes.
as one of the main characters of the show Decker?
Yes, I do.
And in your opinion,
Codebreaker.
yes, I'm getting to that. Was that character often described in the show as a master codebreaker?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
And my final question, Mr. Flint.
No,
Have you-
ask how many times has he seen the Star Wars movie, The Last
many what?
Jedi?
That's what I'm getting to. How many, Mr. Flint, have you seen Mr. Lucas's so-called film, The Last Jedi, part of the Star Wars series?
Yes, I have.
And your general impression of the film? You can be as candid as you need to be.
It was okay.
There you go. Mr. Flint, final question. Do you recall a character in the movie called the Master
Codebreaker, Jonathan Kington.
Yes, I do.
Did it remind you of the character of the Master Codebreaker from Decker? Did it remind you of the character Master Codebreaker from Decker?
Yes, it did, very much.
Was it a ripoff of the character Jonathan Kington from Decker?
Yes.
No further questions.
No more further questions, Mr. Heidecker? All right, you
Oh, I have a question.
Oh?
Do you think George Lucas, with all his money and resources, that created the whole Star Wars franchise, it's pretty sad that at this point he's resorting to taking characters from our show rather than coming up with something on his own?
Good question.
It does seem that way a bit, yes. I would say.
No, next witness, please. Final witness.
All right, you may step down. Do you have any more witnesses, Mr. Heidecker?
Yes. Yes. I would like to call the Honorable Greg Turkington to the audience.
Oh. You swear to tell the truth?
I do.
Mr. Turkington, you are an actor as well as a film buff and a film student.
Well, I wouldn't say student, I'm more of a teacher, but yeah, actor, critic, expert, buff. I started in the Ant-Man movies and on Decker, where I co-created the character of Master Codebreaker Jonathan Kington with you.
Thank you.
And then
No further
went on
questions.
to do.
No further questions. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
But,
You have anything else to add?
Yeah, I was going to say I brought these to show the. This is Jonathan Kington, the Master Codebreaker from Decker, and then this is 3 years later. Suddenly, this character called the Master Codebreaker in his film appears, and they don't necessarily look the same, but they have the same name, which is very suspicious because
Thank you very
if you
much.
if you do a Google search for Master Codebreaker, the only things that you'll find are references to Jonathan Kington and Decker or this Star Wars. So this is not a phrase that was in common usage until Decker created it. And until
All right,
George
and
Lucas
we have,
stole the character.
All right,
we have an update. Thank you very much.
Stole
And
the
ladies and
concept.
gentlemen, we have a late-breaking interruption to the trial. We have an update from D. Thompson coming in. D? D?
And I think we're probably going to be able to get it on this issue down here. We're real close to the action.
Say that again, D. We don't have visuals.
We're close to, very close to the.
Oh, hold on. I have the best foreign language.
Oh, there he
film.
is. Excuse me.
Tim, I have the
That's
best
okay.
foreign
That's all
language.
Where are we now, D?
We're at the corner of Hollywood and Highland.
Okay, let's get in there.
This is where all the, well, obviously the fence is still up here.
Okay.
Set down here.
You want to get over?
The best foreign language movie is going to be The Fantastic Woman.
Okay, let's cut to Greg, please. We cut to Greg. Go ahead.
Leo says the Fantastic Woman in about 30 seconds will win for best foreign language
Sounds like the
picture.
Fantastic Four. Okay. Thank you, D. Looks like you're up against a fence there. Oh, well. Looks like you're shit out of luck. Thank you, D.
So right inside there is the Oscar for 90th.
Yeah, thank you. We can cut on D. Thanks. That's enough. Sammy?
Yes, man.
You ever go to the Oscars there, Sam?
Yes, I did. 1965.
Very cool.
Call him Don. Don Cheadle. Not Sam.
Mr. Cheadle, have you ever won an award?
Mr. Cheadle, I don't believe Mr. Cheadle did win an award.
What happened to him? Why did he stop becoming an actor?
I don't know. It could be a thing where...
Used to see him in all kinds of big hot Oscar movies, and suddenly he disappeared from the scene. Did he have some kind of incident with the... Does he has any issues that we need to know about, or...
There's no issues that I know.
Thank you very
because
much.
of Will Smith. I don't know.
What do you mean, Will Smith?
Well, it seems to be taking most of the roles right now.
I
but
see.
That's okay. He deserves them.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to have some more music from the Rat Pack shortly. Do we have another witness for the trial of George Lucas, or would Mr. Lucas like to take the stand himself? Okay, we will return, Judge.
All right. Court is in recess right now, and we will come back directly.
Thank you, Joe. That's why I asked you to come to rehearsals, because you have to drive this.
Tim, I was working on another gig.
I know,
man.
but you have to drive this. I can't drive. Judge has to
all right.
drive. Let's go. Look this shit. Look at this, Greg.
Just use your other hand.
Sorry. Got a little rummy in my tummy because it's the 90th anniversary of Oscars, and we are
40th anniversary of Jaws 2.
40th anniversary of Jaws 2. Greg,
20th anniversary of the Rat Pack movie.
20th anniversary of the Rat Pack movie, and we are absolutely thrilled to have an actor who is a part of the original Jaws 2 experience. He was one of the kids in the movie, so it's been 40 years since he's done it. His name is Keith Gordon, and he is an actor. You've known him for an actor and a director. You've known him from many movies, including Back to School and Christina, the action movie with the car, Stephen King, and but he was one of the little teeny weeny boys, teenagers in Godfather or Jaws 2. Get him out of here, Keith. Keith Gordon, one of the greats.
Hey.
Keith.
Thanks for
Keith,
coming in.
Thank you so much, Keith. And look him up in the movie. You won't see how long you in that movie for, Jaws 2. There he is on the. Is that you?
Yeah, that's a very young version of me. Yeah.
Very good.
I was 16 when we did that.
How do you like
Did you
that?
keep the hat and the shirt and all that stuff to sell?
I did keep the hat. I didn't sell it, but I did keep it. It's got it stored away.
Because I buy a lot of movie props on
We can
on
talk.
eBay, and then we had a guy, Carl Gottlieb,
Sure.
was on our show on Decker, and he brought in the original harpoon gun that they used
Carl
in the.
came in and rewrote Jaws 2. I mean, when we were well into production and the whole thing shut down and fell apart, and Carl came in and.
So now you're doing the interview.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm asking because he seems. Like,
Well, I
it's
know
like-
more about the subject.
All right. Well, then
than-
you can chime in and if there's some point to be made.
But you
right?
sort of said that you hadn't really seen Jaws 2.
I did not say that. I haven't remembered you from that. It's been
Well, it's
so long.
a long time. I mean,
Yeah, that's my point.
40 years. So.
Right.
I mean,
And you've been doing other things too.
Yeah, I've kind of been. I mostly now direct and write and produce.
Yeah.
I don't really act much.
We all write and direct.
I guess. Yeah.
So.
You should direct a new Jaws movie.
I don't know. It seems like they didn't go very well. They were very hard.
So why was Jaws 2 such a flop? Because
It wasn't a flop.
Well, people don't talk about.
Well, first of all,
I talk about it.
If you compare it to
Jaws
the first
1.
Jaws,
It's
which are
better.
Great movies. Do you think it's better?
I think Jaws 2 is the best. Jaws 1 is the second best. Jaws
Really?
4 is the third best. Jaws 3 is the
Fourth best?
fourth best.
See, I don't know. I think the
I
first.
think it was a big mistake to center the entire night around Jaws. That's my honest opinion. And that was his plan with the Rat Pack and then Jaws with the sharks. It's not a fun show for anybody. You know what I mean? It's like
you have the
it's
Jaws
a
is
drag.
a movie classic, popcorn, 4 popcorn classics, or you have DKR, a band that nobody likes, or
All right.
you know.
Well,
so.
Keith, you've been so kind to come down here. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Personally, my favorite movie
I don't know.
Probably
Yeah.
is probably I would say 2001.
Jaws
Space
2.
Odyssey. That was
What
probably,
year?
that was the movie that made me want to do movies. So.
That one's,
So they shot Jaws 2, obviously, at
Okay.
at
You know
Universal
what? You
Studios
do the
in
interview.
Orlando.
I mean, what am I doing here?
Sorry, I can.
Well, you asked me to have some questions. So
just-
they shot that at Universal
I
Studios
tried
in
to talk.
Orlando.
I want to ask him about
No,
different
actually,
stuff
it would
and
probably been a lot
acting and being
easier
a
if
part
we
of
had-
movies.
I don't know if Universal
Or
Studios
being a
in
part
Orlando
of.
even
He was in Back to
existed.
School.
At that point,
He's
we
been
were
in
actually in a
Christine
little
movies.
town in the Panhandle of Florida called Navarre
Just give it a
Beach,
moment.
Yeah.
which really wasn't a town.
Lighten
It
up.
was like
I
a
don't-
Holiday Inn. That was it.
Mhm.
There was like
He's
nothing else.
such a
Yeah.
usurper.
Yeah.
He's a usurper.
So
He
it was
comes
weird
in,
to
he
be stuck
steals
kind
my
of in this
body. He
place for
steals the
months.
energy.
But
from
lots
the
of
room.
movie buffs and things would have dropped by to check out the filming.
A
dog.
few, but we were like 40 miles from anywhere. I mean, the nearest town was Pensacola, and that was like 40 miles away. So we
Oh, I
were
gotta do
like
it.
kind of on our own in the middle of this strip of beach.
Did Steven Spielberg drop by the set at any point?
No, I wish he had. That would have been really cool. But no, he never did.
Thank you very much.
He didn't seem to want to have anything to do with it.
Do you know, I'm sure you know because you would have heard this on the set, but that Jaws 2, the original title for Jaws 2, and this would have been on the first script that you were given
Right.
from your agent, the original title for Jaws 2
No one
was
wants
Jaws
this. No one wants
3.
this. Let's go to Mark.
Because
Keith, thank you
Jaws,
so much
the
for coming
actual
down.
Jaws
I
2.
apologize for this.
No, listen.
No.
Tim, the
Keith, no.
actual Jaws 2,
By the way, this is Chaplin's Express hot dogs. Are very
the
good.
actual Jaws 2 was actually Jaws 3 because the actual Jaws 2 was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Because the character of Dr. Hooper, played by Richard Dreyfuss, Steven Spielberg said, okay, we're going to do a sequel to Jaws, but rather than just have more sharks, let's take this character and have some other interesting things happen to him. Nobody cared about the sharks in Jaws. What made it was Richard Dreyfuss's
Nobody cared about the
performance.
sharks in Jaws? What are you, daft?
I'm saying that Richard Dreyfuss was that's what made the movie.
What was it like working with Richard Dreyfuss?
But no,
in Jaws?
because Richard Dreyfuss was making the real Jaws 2, which was Close Encounters.
I didn't get to work with him.
He's sort of, okay.
No,
I didn't
but
really-
check this out. Check this out. If you
What about
collect old
Sandy
scripts,
Davis? You ever work
if you
with,
collect old scripts,
Don Cheadle, you ever work with?
if you collect old scripts, the original script for Close Encounters of the Third
I'm tired
Kind
of this.
is called Jaws 2.
Don Cheadle, you
Because
ever
they
worked
took
with
the characters,
Richard Dreyfuss?
and Spielberg was going to direct Jaws 2, and he did, but it was called
Really?
Close Encounters of the
How
Third
about you,
Kind.
Beanie Boy?
And they got rid of the shark
I
element.
really didn't know. That doesn't. I didn't know that.
Thank you. All right, well, let's
And
thank
so
Keith
they were
Gordon
so
for being
mad
here.
at him for doing this, for not putting a shark in the second Jaws
Greg,
movie and making it
Greg,
out of space.
Greg,
But
that's the
then
end of the-
revenge against
we're
Spielberg,
moving on
They
from
came
that.
up with this Jaws 2, which should have been called Jaws 3, and that's when you stumbled into this thing. And what you were telling me was that this movie took almost a year to
Are you
film
going to
because they were
filibuster on
picking up
this?
the pieces.
Are you going to filibuster on this? I want to cut to Mark and let him do
I
his
don't-
next
no,
segment.
because-
Everyone's clamoring for Mark. Mark,
Yeah, Mark.
Mark is going to be
But
doing
Jaws 2
scene
should have been
2.
called Jaws 3.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I didn't know that.
Thank you, Keith. You're welcome to stick around. You're a nice guy. You stick around.
Okay.
Keep me separate. Believe me, if I start going for him, you have to step in the middle of
If
it.
you start going for me, then you have no movie expertise on your show, and you can play your bad music, but nobody's going to be watching.
Well, I told you I broke up the band for you, and I'll tell you about that later. Mark, action. This is Mark Proch, the famous Indianapolis scene from Jaws. Let's hit it.
Jaws 2.
USS Indianapolis. Two torpedoes took us down. It was after we...
Do the fucking action. Come on.
USS Indianapolis. 2 torpedoes took us down. It was after we dropped the bomb. Hiroshima bomb.
Standing. What is this? Some kind of...
Annie's going to be named Best Supporting Actress in about 1 minute.
Thank you. Mark.
Hiroshima bomb. 700 men went down. The first shark came out.
What the fuck is your problem? I told you to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. The character sits. Be smart.
He does this a lot.
Be smart. Do it.
The first shark came about an hour and a half later. It was a tiger shark. You know how you can tell how long a shark is? You measure their dorsal fin and their tail fin, which I honestly have no idea how they could have done that in the film.
What?
If you want to
Are you
catch
different?
if you want to catch
This
a,
isn't W.C. Fields, dummy. Do the script. Have some respect for Carl Gottlieb. One of the greats. Action.
you got to catch the fish if you want to kill a fish. We were there and they came about an hour and a half later. It was a tiger shark. And they came and they shot.
Now we have a director here, Keith Gordon. Keith, you're a director as well now.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you direct him? Because it's not working with us.
I'm doing my best.
Well, you know, I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, it's hard to live up
It's
to
a long
the-
chunk of words.
Robert Shaw was so amazing. You know, I mean, that's a hard thing to, you know, and I think he might be a little intimidated now. I mean, kind of things got a little tense. I mean, but
Well, let's clear the air. If you want to clear the air, we can clear the air. Mark, you're a great actor and you're a great impersonator, and we appreciate you, and you're really a talent, and
Thank you.
you are really one of the best.
Thank you.
So, air cleared. Action.
USS Indianapolis. 2 torpedoes sent by Japanese ships. They hit us. It was right after we dropped the bomb. Hiroshima bomb.
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima bomb. And 700 men went down. About an hour later, the sharks came.
All right.
Tiger shark. I'm doing all the words.
I know you are, but I mean, you see how this is just flat, right? It's flat.
Well, I'm not doing my classic. You
Frank?
wouldn't let me do my classic comedians. You wouldn't let me do W.C.
Oh,
Fields.
you're talking back to me now?
Well, I'm talking in general because you wouldn't let me do W.C. Fields. You wouldn't let me do Groucho Marx, Three Stooges,
right.
the Little
All right,
Rascals.
here's the thing. Here's the deal. We've scheduled you for 3 Jaws scenes. Okay?
Plus my finale.
Well, we'll see if we get to that. There's 2 strikes on you right now.
I'm
There's 2
doing.
strikes on you. What's baseball? Keith? 3 strikes. Thank you.
I mean, it's hard.
It
I'm
is
doing
hard.
my best.
It is
Did
hard.
you see
That's why
Jaws 3?
pros succeed and amateurs fail.
So you're in the Jaws 2, but then when the third one comes out, you won't even go see it?
Well, I wouldn't, but I just, it wasn't.
Clear.
Did you see Jaws
Okay.
The Revenge?
You understand?
I'm
3
doing my
strikes
best.
and you're out.
So
I'm
you
doing my best.
Well, let
Aren't
me
you
talk to you
curious
about
if
that.
your
Let me
character
talk
was
to me about what your
mentioned?
best is.
I figured it probably wouldn't be.
Your best
My character was
isn't good
an
enough
actor,
for us.
so I had to
I'm
feel-
doing.
Okay? So go outside and learn your lines and get ready for part 3. Part 3.
Okay.
This is always gets away from talking about movies.
All right, guys, hit it. Something from Sammy would be great. Thank you.
But did you? So you saved that hat and that?
There's a place captivates and enthralls me. Just the thought, and I wanna be there. Broadway glitters real black. In the village, here's some jazz. Lots of noise and lots of noise. Am I blue? Au contraire. Central Park, when I wanna be quiet. Catch a show if I wanna be up. Recipes for connoisseurs, memories for raconteurs. All the noise and all the bliss, 'cause it's all right there in New York. My New York. It's a long bridge, man. If I had my tap shoes, I'd be tapping right now. Central Park, when I wanna be quiet. Catch a show if I wanna be up. Are we breaking? Are we breaking, man?
I'm talking. Those guys gotta go. Hey, those guys gotta go. Hey guys, it's enough. We don't. It's over. Goodbye. Get them out. Get them out. Get out of here. Walk out. Walk them out. Hank, help me out. Get him out. Don't give him any fucking food. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I can't hear that crap.
Yeah, no, that's the real. That's the theory that is going around. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Because
Get him out.
I'm sorry. That was. I think you were great. I thought, you're gonna judge it.
Good. Here we go.
Get out.
Here we go.
Come here. You three. Now, move. This way. Yes, you're going that way. Goodbye.
Taking the rat pack off.
Goodbye. Okay?
Rageaholic.
Pull it over.
Candy-colored phone.
Right out here.
I gotta go pay those guys.
Yeah. You want some help with that, Greg? You can handle it, can't you?
Court is back in session. Mr. George Walton Lucas, the junior, do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Mr.
Yes.
Heidecker?
Mr. Lucas. I got this. What is the first film
it's okay,
you have?
don't ask it.
What is the? I really just want to ask him. You were directed the Star Wars movies.
Well, first of all, under
Yes
this
or no, Mr. Lucas?
under this
Yes
forum,
or no?
sir, let me answer the question. First
Judge,
of all,
I'm
under
asking you
this
to
forum,
put this guy into order.
under
here.
this forum, Battlestar Galactica is not mine.
Thank you.
I just
And
wanted to clear that up to get all these people off my back. Okay. Now,
did you or did you not direct Star Wars?
Answer the question.
Answer the question, George.
well, first of all,
Answer the question. Yes or no?
to avoid
What do you think I am, Rosetti the Rat? I'm not going to take this. Now answer the question. What do you think? What are you, Sismic? Get him to fall in line.
We don't want to hold you in contempt.
Yes or no, Lucas?
I take the Fifth Amendment.
All right, he takes the fifth. Judge, can I get a ruling on this?
I'm going to hold you in contempt. I do not even have to go and take a recess. I find you guilty as charged.
That's right.
Of stealing this man's intellectual property.
I'll drink to
and
that.
not only that, I sentence you to 150 years in a cell where there's no TV, so you can't steal anybody else's property. Court is adjourned.
Get him out of here.
Court is
Judge.
adjourned.
Get him out.
You think that's
Walk him out of
punishment?
this
No, it
disgrace.
isn't.
We should
Get him
have
out of
bailiffs.
here. Court is
We should have
adjourned.
bailiffs on the cast. We should have bailiffs. Clear him out. Thank you very much, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, nice to meet you. Greg Turkington has an exciting segment about the
Oh, the Super Oscars, yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we all enjoy watching the Oscars. That's why we're here watching this show. One complaint that people have about the Oscars, they don't have them often enough. Now, there's different solutions for that. Some have proposed 2 Oscars a year. Some have proposed having 2 ceremonies a year, so you cover the movies released from January to June for Oscars 1, and then from July to December for Oscars 2. Another idea that I came up with is the Super Oscars, where you take all the movies that won the Oscar over 20 years and put them up against each other.
Thank you, and get our director's chairs in here. Thank you.
So Super Oscars is a platinum statue. So we're going to take the 20 movies that won the Best Picture from 1998 all the way up through 2017, and we're going to pit them against each other to win the Super Oscar for Best Picture of the last 20 years. And we're going to do that by having votes that you can take part in on Twitter. They'll put it on the screen where you can vote for these movies as we count down to the #1 movie of the last 20 years, the Super Oscar winner. We've got Birdman versus The Artist. No Country for Old Men versus Shakespeare in Love. The Departed versus Argo. Beautiful Mind versus Slumdog Millionaire. Titanic versus Spotlight. In this bracket, we have Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, probably the favorite to win, versus Gladiator. The Hurt Locker versus American Beauty. Crash versus 12 Years a Slave. Moonlight versus Chicago. And $1 Million Baby going up against The King's Speech. All of these are going to be put up to vote on Twitter immediately following this explanation. Please vote. You are choosing, this is your chance to shine, to vote and directly choose the winner for the Best Picture for the last 20 years, the coveted Platinum Oscar. And that's coming right up online on Twitter, so they'll put the address up. So just look on the screen and it'll tell the
All right, we're back. And do you have any updates on the Oscars? Who won?
Well, we're doing the Super Oscars right now.
No, the Oscars tonight, the 29th Oscars, the 90th Oscars. I got to tell you,
the Super Oscars is kind of more
I
interesting.
apologize for cutting that in. I apologize to Keith. I don't know. I mean, I just thought, I think Billy Graham is in hell because I've been praying to him, asking him what I'm supposed to do, and nothing's coming back. And I'm asking him, because I'm trying to get, I kicked those guys out and made them, and ruined their night, and I ate that hot dog, which I'm not supposed to eat nitrates, and you're supposed to eat salt now. And now that Chaplin's chili, I got to tell you, man, that Chaplin's hot dog, I've had better hot dogs at school, like, from elementary school. I don't know, those are not right. Something's off with them. It's low-grade hot dog, and that's saying something. Shame on you. Who's in Super Oscar heaven right now?
If you haven't voted already, go to Twitter/OnCinemaOscars to vote for the Super Oscars. One movie is going to be walking home with a platinum statuette tonight.
And did we have the first round in yet? Does anybody know?
We're still collecting data, but we're going to get to that.
What about from your source?
Let me see. Okay.
That hot dog is awful. What's in that? Is that just standard gas station hot dog?
No, it's our special recipe. We make it.
It's your special recipe for hot dog?
Yeah.
Are you bullshitting us?
No, we have a factory in Norwalk. We make all the hot dogs there in the morning.
Buns
We
stale?
Distribute
No
them.
one wants French's?
I'm sorry. I mean, it's fresher if you get it from one of the...
I wish we had any other sponsor. I'd take Durex condoms. I'd take NRA. I'd take anything over you.
It's not that bad, is it?
It's not great. All right, Mark's coming back to surprise us. His final chance of redemption, and this is exciting. Mark Proch is a great comic artist. You have the artist on the board. Any thoughts on that?
The artist, well, it's paired up against...
Who do you think's going to win in that category?
I can give you the results that we're at right now for the artist versus Birdman. Right now, it's Birdman 77%, artist 23% with 842 votes in.
Really?
So if you haven't voted already, please do vote. This is important. This is more important than the real Oscars because it's the Super
Oscars. So Mark is a comic artist, and I believe we gave him too much. He bit off too much on this special. I'll be the first to admit that.
I don't think so.
Well, so far he's 2 out of 3. He's swung out twice. This is 0-2, as they say in baseball. And this is his final segment. It's not dialogue heavy. This is a choice from Greg. This is a scene at the end of Jaws 1 where Detective Hooper from Jaws, what's his name? Richard Dreyfuss, is deciding. Mark, are you ready? So we're going to cut to this soon. Mark is on. Let's show Mark. Mark is, what is your part now? Because this is what's not.
This is where Quint goes down.
No, not Quint, Hooper.
This is where Hooper goes down, and he tries to inject the jaws.
So this is all action, no
This is
dialogue.
one of the great scenes
Talked
in
about
cinema
the scene.
history.
You have experience with this scene.
This is one of the great movie scenes of all time, and I think that you're going to find that Mark does it justice. And I was at the rehearsal before he was in the costume, and it was very, very convincing.
All right. Before we cut to the scene, Greg, you have an on-cinema, on-location spectacular show.
Yeah, this is kind of something that is a treat. It's my face-to-face encounter with the real Jaws. And that's something that not a lot of people get to do, but I did by visiting the studio that actually produced Jaws, Universal.
Okay.
And so let's take a look at
When
this
we come
segment.
back from this, we're going to see Mark's scene of fighting Jaws. First time ever done before, where we see Jaws, it's quiet, when we see Jaws fight Hooper. action to Mark's scene, to Greg's scene.
Hollywood, California, home of movies past and present, and I'm off today to the shrine of all shrines, Universal Studios. Hey guys, we're here at Universal Studios, about to meet the biggest star of them all, none other than Jaws. As I walk in to one of movies' greatest locations, Universal Studios, where so many great movies were filmed, and of course, the greatest of them all, Jaws, as well as the Jaws exhibit, where you get to meet Jaws himself, one of the biggest stars in the Universal galaxy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are ready for. Are we ready with Mark? Is Mark
going to do his
okay?
Jaws.
Yes, we've been talking about this all night. We've been talking about Jaws scenes, and this is exciting because for the very first time we're going to be seeing. Hopefully, Mark will get this right. Mark, we're counting on you. So, Mark, take it away from the scene, the famous ending of Jaws, where Dr. Hooper descends into the deep blue sea to try to stab Jaws, I suppose stab Jaws. And Mark, take it away. Mark? Mark? You get Mark? Hey, Rummy. Take it. All right, do you want to... Mark?
Wake up.
Mark! Hey, can somebody get Mark going?
We're live, Mark.
Hey. All right, we get the... Get the, sorry about this, guys. Get the helmet off him, right? Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. We're dealing with a little... What's that?
Can we get like a wrench or saw or something?
I don't have any... Let's... hang on, everybody. We're just having a little technical difficulty.
Use the spear. Use that
helmet
spear.
No, we just need like a wrench or something.
Okay. Can we get somebody...
Somebody get a wrench.
What's going on, Mark? Hey, is he not getting up? What do we want to do here, Eric?
Can we do like a break or something?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Get the mat. That.
Just.
Like, I don't know. You want to do
unbolt the thing from his neck?
You should be able to take the thing off.
See if he's awake.
It's not. We should do. Okay. All right. Well, we have some technical.
Do one of the Bobby Valley segments.
Yes. Bobby Valley is not. See, what's going on? Okay. Bobby Valley, who joined us in the opening. Bobby Valley's who's joined us at the opening for the stirring rendition of Jaws of. Sorry, Bobby Valley, who has joined us at the opening of the segment with Oscar Fever. Has some. No, don't put the camera on us. Don't put the camera on them. No. Put camera on camera 1, camera 2, camera 1. Bobby Valley. All right. Do you want to stop? Should we go to break? Or go to the okay.
Yeah.
We'll go. Bobby Valley, who has been a part of the On Cinema family for many years now, has many Oscar memories, and this is just one of them. Valley remembers. What the fuck is going on? Mark?
Rat Pack stories to share. Okay, I'll tell you a story. My brother was invited to a birthday party at Frank Sinatra's house in Palm Springs back in the early 60s. And at that birthday party that night was Jimmy Stewart, Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, Loretta Young, Lauren Bacall, Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dean Martin, all in the same room. Jaws 2, that's an older movie, isn't it? Yeah, that was a great movie. I'm glad I wasn't in the water.
I'm sorry. Hey, everybody, we're back, and we're dealing with a little issue here. Can we get? Sorry about that. We have a little issue. Let's cut that. Can we cut that? Can we stop that, guys? Guys, it's not working. Got to get help. Better somebody that knows what they're doing. We have some issue. Mark is in dealing with an issue right now. We're trying to get him some help. How's that? What's the news with the Oscars?
I don't know. I haven't gotten.
What about the Super Oscars? Do we have any news on that?
Yeah, I mean, people are voting.
Get the.
They gotta get the.
You guys, I know.
Helmet off of him, or something. He's gotta be able to breathe.
We're live right now, so can you just do the Super Oscars here? Who won between Birdman and the Artist? Don't worry about the phone. Can you go to the Super Oscars? We have to keep the show going. We're live.
All right.
Where's 911? Okay.
We'll do some Super Oscars until
yeah,
the paramedics get here. In the battle between the Titanic and Spotlight, the winner was, well, the public picked Titanic, so.
All right, Titanic is moving on to the next round. Is he? Okay.
Why can't they get the helmet off of him? That's what I don't understand. He has that saw, and it just doesn't seem to be able to get the helmet off of him.
Will you stay focused
on
on
the
thing?
helmet on
Stay focused
himself
on the
so that he
thing.
should be able to get
Everything's gonna be fine.
Between A Beautiful Mind and Slumdog Millionaire, this was close. This was 49% Beautiful Mind, Slumdog Millionaire 51%. Margin of error is 10%. I preferred Beautiful Mind, and I am going to award.
Is he not? What's going on in there? Okay. Well, can we get? Why can't we get that off?
Just get the helmet off of him so we can get some air.
Get it off. Okay. Well, who put it on him? Whoever put it on him.
Just get the helmet.
Yeah. The problem is we can't get the helmet off. You know, like I don't know what we're supposed to do if we can't get the helmet off. Ah, shit. Okay. Get him. We should go to. Let's just. Yeah. Get the. Why don't we go to? Because we shouldn't be on. This shouldn't be on camera. Can I go? I have to talk to somebody back there. Do you guys want to cut to? talk?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the 5th annual On Cinema Oscar special. I'm Tim Heidecker, your host, and I'm joined with Greg Turkington. And we got a little bit of good news here. Mark Proch, who's was having an issue with his diving suit that he was in. There was a little technical difficulty there. Is in good hands, and he is being taken care of right now. He's being put in, I guess, the EMS, the ambulance drivers here, the first responders have done incredible jobs, and it's a miracle that they came so quickly, and we wish him the best, and we know that he's going to be all right. And you know, I don't know what happened there. He was something about the flow of air, I guess, was not. We're not sure. That's a little too early to say what's going on there.
Just
but
lucky that the ambulance, because of the Oscars, all the roads are blocked.
Opened.
No, they're blocked because they shut off all the streets.
Well,
so
around that immediate area. Speaking of that, we want to check in with Dee Thompson. Dee, do you have any luck getting in? You're almost going to miss the show. The show's almost over. Any chance?
I'm here in Orange and Island Boulevard. So we're going to try and go in from over here and see if they'll let us in. I know it's the end of the show, but you guys just bear with us. Maybe we can get in and catch the last of the show. But
okay, you didn't change your shirt.
I haven't changed my shirt. You know, it's kind of cool out, but I have to keep this on. And the lady said it looks good. But anyway, we're going to see if we can go in over here. And a lot of fans want to see George Clooney. Maybe we can see Meryl Streep tonight and get a chance to holler at her.
I tell you what, I bet you $1 million you don't get anywhere near into the building there where the Oscars are. And I warned you.
Okay, well, come on with me.
I warned you to change your shirt, and you didn't listen to me. And that's what, when people don't listen to me, they lose.
Come on, let's see what happens. Come on.
All right, good luck, Dee. Thanks for joining us.
Let me talk to my friend.
Get through that guy. Hey, ask that cop there. Excuse me, officer.
I know. Is there any way I can talk to the chief of security? So
let him through. The show's almost over. Put the coke down, dude.
The show is almost over, right?
Tell him to put the coke down.
Right.
Tell him to put the coke down.
He's advertising. He said put the coke down. He said he shouldn't take coke. He'll kill you. But anyway.
Tell him he's had enough coke already.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
All
but
right.
this is going to...
My name?
Okay.
My name is Raymond Murillo. I'm all over Facebook and Instagram.
Get him off. I don't want to hear from you. Dee, how are you? Good to see you.
All right. All right. But this is the 90th Academy Awards.
All right. Thank you.
And
does anyone have any news on Mark?
No, this is the 90th Academy Awards.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Dee. You're done. Goodbye.
Do you know what hospital that they would take him
Thank
to?
you.
I think
All right.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Hollywood Presbyterian? Or?
Yes.
Wherever we
Kaiser.
are, closest hospital would be 5 minutes away, I'm sure. Cedars.
Because we could call to the hospital and get an update.
Just be patient. He's going to be all right. All right. As we were going to do this. This is Jaws 2's 40th anniversary. We want to do this now? I don't know if this is the right time. Can you do me a favor? What are those? We should probably get the Rat Pack back.
Oh, I paid those guys but I don't know if they're still here.
Can you go find them? I think we
I
can
can
use
look, but I think they probably would have left.
Use a little music right now.
Rat Pack? Rat Pack! Rat Pack!
Okay, I think they're this. Greg? Greg? All right, let's move along and say happy birthday to Jaws 2. Okay.
I'll get them. Hey, you guys. Could you guys do a song?
Sure. I'd love to do a song. Oh, we're bouncing. I can't even stand anymore.
I need to talk to somebody from either the hospital or from somebody that's the EMS, whoever took them. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the. Does somebody know who we should be even calling with him? Joe?
I got no idea. What hospital did they go to? Do
That's
you know?
what I'm asking. I don't. We have to. Somebody. Does anyone have the?
I didn't know where those paramedics.
Does he have an emergency contact? I mean, I'm saying, does he have an emergency contact?
I don't know.
All right, do one of your jazz songs, because I got to talk to.
Oh, I could go here, I might go there. Wherever I go, I'm not going anywhere. I might go all the way to Timbuktu, but always come back to you. I'm remiss.
I don't have
Just take in stride.
Huh? I don't know. You find that out.
A fling on the side. That doesn't
Let me see
mean
if I
that
can
I'll
get Eric on
say do. Cause I always come back to you.
Just gonna call the
Oh, yeah. The opposite sex holds
Can I-
certain charms for me. But when the evening
Yeah, do we have any information on Mark?
is in your arms, I long to
Yeah,
leave.
I'm asking if you have any information on Mark.
That much is clear. But I know for certain who I hold dear.
Did you have a patient?
Travel the rest of the day,
Mark
you
or
are the
Crush?
best. So I always
Well, how did,
come
I mean,
back to
that's
you.
not enough time for that to happen to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, no, the whole thing is that that he was in there for like 3 minutes. And if the air was cut off, that's not my fault. That's because that's somebody that is responsible for setting up this, you know, that's a prop house question. So if he's but if he's asking me who's in charge of the props, that's props or wardrobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, what are you telling me?
When the evening's over, it's in
Do they
your
know? Do they
arms,
know
I
where
long to be.
what his status is? Is it where? What is?
That
They
much
don't
is
know.
clear. But I know for certain who I
Well, because
hold
somebody here
dear.
is telling me he's
When
fucking
all's
dead.
said and done, baby, you are the one.
The people here, the
come
kid
back
that was
to
working
you.
on here, what's his name?
I'm not
Manuel.
going to dance cheek to
Did-
cheek.
Well, we have to call somebody about that because if not, we have to
You
stop the
adore.
show.
Yeah, now I've been
Hey, baby,
holding for
some
5
more.
minutes.
Go away.
Okay. Well, somebody, I'll keep my phone on because if he's gone, we have to stop the show. We're not going to do the show if he's gone. Okay. Yeah, well, call me back.
Oh, thanks, Sam.
Well, they're saying that excuse me, they're saying that he's gone. That he didn't make it to the hospital. So, yeah,
Gone?
yeah. Let's take a break. I mean, something happened with his suit. I don't know. We should
Oh, man.
I got a question for you.
get the fuck out. You say one more word, I'll fucking smack you in the mouth. Get the fuck out!
All right.
Get the fuck out!
Oh, wow.
The fuck is the matter? Get the fuck out!
Is this guy related to Jerry? Might be.
Yeah. Let's. All right. Now, why don't we? We'll probably have to stop the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know. They want to finish this up because we're still live. So finish the. You know what I mean?
First, when he passed here, I made a point to look at his chest, and it was not moving.
Well, folks, the show must go on, as they say in show business. This one's for Mark. We, you know, I don't know if we want to say, this is just, you know, I don't know what we're supposed to say here. In a couple of positive elements, our guys are working on something. I want to give a minute. They, you know, first of all, in a way, you know, you could probably speak to this. You know him better than me. He's not a guy. He was not a guy who had a lot of. He wasn't somebody that had a lot of. He didn't have kids. He didn't have. You know what I mean? He didn't have a lot of family and everything like that. So, I mean, this is new stuff. This is pretty new, you know. I'm in shock. I think, honestly, I am. And the other thing I wanted to just say, you know, just for the record, because we are live, I wanted to get this out. He did sign. Mark signed a basic release, which essentially is a waiver in terms of if something should happen, that there is a lot of risk involved in this business. And he is an impressionist, is a stunt man in a way, and these are certain sort of acting stunts that he does. So that should be something. I don't want to focus on that because that's sort of negative. But do we have it ready? This is, you know, I don't know what to say. Do you want to say anything? I mean, we put this together.
He's irreplaceable.
He's one of a kind. I'll put it that way. This is a tribute to Mark that we put together.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes, I'm W.C. Fields, and I'm happy to be here at the second annual.
I was 17, carved our names in the maple tree. I wish you was in a heart. Oh, 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 oh. You always had the perfect smile. I want to keep it for a while, 'cause it's a work of art. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, boy, let me know. Yeah, my love ain't no mystery. We could go down in history. I'm all about love, I'm all about dreams when they're about you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hang on every little word you say. Come on, take all my fear away. I'm all about us, and you're all about me. 'Cause I'm all about
A lot of the people think that the stunts hurt, but they never hurt. We always used rubber hammers and foam wrenches.
Crew. Who said that he was gone? Because that's, all right. But, so who's there now is my thing. You know what I mean? Like, who's there now? Right? Because everyone's telling me, everyone's telling me two different things. So, they say that he's not, he said he's at the hospital and then they have him, all right. All right, well, that's it. Am I all right? Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine?
Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine?
Hold on. Can I say that?
You're saying he's fine.
So all right, well, I have to find out who said that before. You know what I mean?
What are they saying?
They're saying he's alive.
Who are you talking to?
Hold on. They're saying he's alive. Okay.
Who is on the
Thank
phone?
You.
Who's on the phone?
All right. I will call you in a minute.
Who is on the phone?
That's Andrew. He said that he's, okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is some news coming in, and Mark Proch, apparently, the paramedics had thought that he was gone, or somebody told the paramedics that he was gone, but they do have him breathing right now. And yeah, so he is, he's, I mean, I don't know. What? I don't know, Joe. I mean, they told me that the first guy told me he was gone. You know, and now they're saying
his chest moving when he was.
There was a EKG. They got some brain activity. I don't know. He's in ER. He's in intensive care or something. So he's okay.
So he's kind of bounced back.
This is the problem.
On his own? Do you know?
This is the problem with doing live television. Is we're going basically off the seat of our pants here, and no one's giving me the straight scoop.
But where was Andrew at the hospital, or who was he on the phone
Andrew's
with somebody?
talking to the guy, somebody that's with him at the hospital.
Okay.
Now, we can't get in touch with his family. I don't think he's got relatives in the area.
Well, they wouldn't even be in the area. It doesn't matter.
I know,
We got to
but-
talk to a doctor or somebody at the hospital. Or send one of the interns to the hospital.
Andrew's with a guy from our production here who's at the hospital who says that he is on a breathing machine, or he's in some kind of, he's not the morgue. Okay? And that should be something we're excited about. You know? That's really positive. So
I've got a Oscar tip that Call Me By Your Name for Best Song is about to win, probably in about 30 seconds. So.
All right. All right, well, let's get back to the Oscars. Mark, we're rooting for you, Mark.
He's going to be okay.
He's going to be all right. Mark's back.
That's a relief.
Yeah. I mean, that was scary because I'll tell you, I saw him down there and I didn't see any breathing. You know, usually you see somebody going, the belly going up and
He's
down.
not a very emotive guy to begin with.
It's true. I didn't think about that. He is kind of sort of a quiet type.
Always remember him as
Don't say always remember him, Joe. There's not. He's here.
You're
He's
right.
alive.
You're right.
He's clearly alive. And you know, that's something I wouldn't be able to deal with, frankly. I don't want to make it about me, but if something should happen to him, I don't know what I'd,
Well, with props that you rented, especially.
I did not have, hey, remember this? This is what I like to call a get out of jail free card, because Mark signed it, and I have evidence that he signed it too.
But when you signed it, he probably didn't even read it. I mean, you're just assuming it's nothing.
Well,
because this sort of thing doesn't happen.
It doesn't matter anymore because Mark's out of the woods, and everything's going to be great.
Did they say that he's talking or responding to?
Coco. Oh, sorry, Greg. Greg, you had just said that we're getting word now that
name.
Call Me By Your Name song was going to win.
Yeah, well, it looks like it just
won. And the winner
won for
is
best.
Coco. That we can confirm. So your inside guy is no good. No good.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
No, because well, then maybe that's the bad information.
No, I think we can confirm that.
I thought that was a sure thing.
Yeah, Greg.
Call Me
Why
By
don't we
Your
go
Name.
to the Super Oscars? Greg, this is your final installment of the Super Oscars.
All right. So the Super Oscars is once every 20 years.
I'm so relieved.
I know, because
I'm like shaking. It's, ugh, I can't deal with that kind of shit anymore.
So between these 5 movies, it's Argo, and then between these 5 movies, the winner is Lord of the Rings. So at the end, or after the break or something, we'll have the, it's between these 2 movies to win the coveted platinum Super Oscar, and we'll have those results. We'll put it up for a poll. Put that up as a poll, and people can vote on that, and then we'll have the winner. I'm going to go check on the situation with Mark.
I thought there was a sure thing.
Well, they're just props. They're not. This is all junk.
Yeah, but it's this is like Jaws would eat a fish
Like,
like
we're
this.
back,
but that would
and I don't know, man. I'm catching my breath here. This has been a lot of a very tough night, and I think it's okay. You know, I mean, I've been praying, and I spoke with Billy Graham on just sort of on my own, sort of asked him what to do, and maybe he brought good old Mark back. I don't know. Maybe Mark did pass. Maybe he did one of those things where he passed away and came back to life.
Did
We
you ever
don't
see
know.
that movie Beyond and Back from 1980? It's like a documentary about
No.
that. People
But
that
we're not,
died and
I'm
came
not
back
talking
to
about
life.
movies right now. I'm talking about sanctity of life. And Mark
Or like
makes
Million
such a
Dollar
good
Baby,
point.
which is
Yes,
another.
Million Dollar Baby.
'Cause
So,
she's in a coma.
anyways, we are not going to bring it. That was very challenging for me. I mean, that's as challenging as it gets. And but I want to bring things back to a positive light because this is about Jaws 2, 40. Oh, Lordy, guess who's 40? Jaws 2 is 40. Hip, hip, hooray! And bring out the cake. We have a cake. I've been waiting for this. I'm starving. That hot dog made me sick. I vomited from that hot dog chap. Hank.
Jaws.
So my stomach is empty, and I need some sugar. I need some Jaws sugar. Give me a... So, ladies and gentlemen, have cake if you're at home. But this is cool. This is Jaws for 40th anniversary. No, put it right here. Be smart. Right here. I'm not putting this on. Get these out of here. Get these out of here. Okay. Give me that cake, baby. All right, hey, guys, you want to come over for some cake? Come on over. Manuel. Hey, I got to say, you know, Manuel's been awesome tonight. He helped out and made sure that Mark was cool because he was you took charge. Take that stupid shit off. You don't need to wear that. You look like an idiot. Help yourself some cake. I'm going to have
Mark,
some.
When you were attending to Mark, did he seem dead?
He's
or did
fine.
He seem...
No, he's all right, man.
First.
Who wants
First
cake?
place and look a little bit
So happy birthday to Jaws. Happy birthday to Jaws. Oh, show the cake off, Greg. No, no, no. Hold on. Yeah, she's all right. Yeah. Shit.
That's kind of how we all felt.
All right. Well, listen, accidents happen as we learned tonight. Happy birthday to Jaws. They got Jaws from James Bond. Get that off.
Richard Keel, who passed away.
Anyways, that's good cake. Too bad. Greg, you had the finale. A big finale from Greg.
Oh, you know what we never did was we had a segment that Mark's shenanigans sort of cut into, but this is a case of memorabilia from the Rat Pack movie that I've collected over the years. It's museum quality stuff. There's the original script from the Rat Pack movie from 1998.
By the way, we
this
got
is
the
the
best
VHS sealed copy of the Rat Pack on VHS. This is a magazine with a cover story on the Rat Pack movie, and this is probably the most valuable of any of these things. If you can zoom in on this, that is an actual
who won the Super
that's an invitation to the Rat Pack world premiere, which was in Las Vegas in 1998. That's an actual invitation. If you can
Who won
zoom
the
in on that.
Super Oscars, Greg?
We're going to do that now. So we put that up for a vote, and let's just see what the people said. Best director on the real Oscars. Well, I got this tip 5 minutes ago, but I guess probably everyone knows now it was Jordan Peele. Okay. So for the Super Oscars, and this is different than the Oscars in that this is up to you guys to vote and decide. And the winner is the best movie of the last 20 years and the first annual winner of the Super Oscars, the Platinum. It's the Oscar statuette in platinum, so it's very valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Okay.
is the winner of the Super Oscars.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Peter Jackson and company with one of the great movies of all time.
The best
And, you know,
movie of
this
the
was
past 20 years.
scientific, basically 20 years worth of great movies, and there have been a lot of them, and this comes out on top, so that's
All right.
a triumph.
And do you, we haven't really talked about this tonight, but you have a finale, big finale you're going to do with Mark, so do you want to cut that?
Yeah, we can't really do it because it was a showcase for Mark. He was playing both roles. It was.
Do we have the script? I think it would be nice if we did it because we don't have a finale.
Well,
and if Mark, if there's a script for it, Joe, you can read the script from it, maybe. What's that? No. No, you'd be. Set it up, Greg.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of bittersweet because my finale was something I wrote with Mark in mind. It was kind of a showcase for him as an impressionist, and also it was kind of designed to tie into what I was saying about Close Encounters of the Third Kind being actually the real Jaws 2.
So wait a minute, say that again.
Jaws 2 was originally intended to be Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Steven Spielberg agreed and signed the contract to direct Jaws 2, but he wanted to get the shark element out of it and make it about an alien coming to Earth.
Is this true?
Yeah, this is true, and they said, well, you can't do that. That has nothing to do with Jaws. And he said, I don't care. This is about Richard Dreyfuss's character of Dr. Hooper, and that's what people want to see. So Jaws 2 was written, and they began filming with Steven Spielberg directing. And then Universal Pictures said this has nothing to do with sharks, pulled the plug on the whole thing. So Spielberg, with his own money, continued to make this movie, and they retitled it Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So as a result of that, I came up with what would have been sort of a cool finale for Close Encounters of the Third Kind called Close Encounters of the Movie Kind.
Okay.
So it's kind of a parody or a tribute to Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Jaws 2. And Mark was going to be a showcase. Mark was going to play all roles. He was going to play the role of the alien and the role of Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, do we have, and how is he going to do the alien?
Well, we had pre-recorded the alien, so he
Are we
was going
set
to
up,
act
Eric? Are we set up
opposite
to-
of the voice of the alien, and then he was going to do Dreyfuss live.
Do we have this set up? Can we run it with Joe as Mark?
Well, they didn't unpack the UFO.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Joe, are you up for doing something on the fly?
I have a script.
I didn't see the script, but yeah, I mean, okay.
Let's try it because we don't have a finale. You want to? I mean, if something should happen to you, I hope Mark would step up to the plate. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Joe, if you can read for Richard Dreyfuss, we didn't set up
what do you say to that?
I mean, yeah, of course, sure, I'll do it.
So,
because we didn't set up the UFO, it was going to be.
All right, folks, this is live TV, so this is going on the fly. Manuel, do you want to take Greg's place here? We could.
This was going to be the UFO. So Mark's going to be the alien. So the setting for this is a grassy field in Roswell, New Mexico. You have the script. A UFO lands. Richard Dreyfuss approaches from his character from Jaws. And the UFO door opens, and there is a green alien observing Dreyfuss. So
am I
you're,
Dreyfuss?
You're Dreyfuss, and then the alien is going to be Mark.
So you going to read Mark? Or?
No, we pre-taped that. So you do that, and I'm going to just watch.
You want to give me an action or something? Or?
Action.
Hold. Who goes there?
We are beings from a far away land. We come in peace. We wish to learn about your culture.
Well, our culture is in the midst of a great era here. The golden era of the silver screen. Movies have brought peace of mind to all who enjoy them. They teach and they entertain.
Ah, but you don't understand. We on Mars have been enjoying Earth's movies for many years now. The flickering light from your drive-in theaters beckoned to us and is the very reason we decided to visit your planet.
Please explain.
We have been watching your movies for decades. We have learned so much about the Earth people, and we have figured out a way to simulate popcorn on Mars. It is called Dollark. It tastes 99% like popcorn, but is made from intergalactic flowers grown on Mars. But tell me, can you take me to meet the Great One, your leader, Humphrey Bogart?
Bogey?
Yes, we have loved his performances for decades. Casablanca, the Maltese Falcon, the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, and the African Queen. On Mars, he is considered a hero.
He is here on Earth, too. Perhaps our culture is not as different as people think.
It was Bogey's performance in Casablanca that captivated our Martian population so much that many of our newborn Martians over the past few decades have named their offspring Humphrey Bogart. You see, on Mars there are millions of Humphrey Bogarts.
Then Mars is a place I would love to be.
Our cultures must learn to coexist in movie theaters open to all residents of the galaxy. You see, this close encounter of a movie kind has been beneficial to all the universe.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. A friendship.
I agree. And now, let me introduce to you a little friend of mine named E.T.
Listen, thank you. Turn that off. Here's the real deal. Turn that off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
That came out pretty good.
Turn the music off. I want to thank everybody. Can you turn the music off? This has been an incredible night. Can somebody turn it off? I want to say something because please, turn it off. Please turn it off. No, I want to talk. I got something to say. Now listen. You know, we all learned something tonight. I miss Mark, and I'm glad he's alive because he's my friend. And you're my friend. And anybody that sits around watching movies and cares about who wins and loses is sick. And yes, because we have to spend more time hugging each other and loving each other.
You can do that while watching movies.
This is a lesson to be learned that we we all have a short time on this planet, and if we spend it worrying about who wins an Oscar, you might as well put a gun in your mouth. We are the future, and we have to spend more time loving each other and not hating each other. And I love the Rat Pack, and I love Joe. Get over here, Joe. You son of a bitch, and Maxium and Homel. Come here, get over here. I want to hug you so badly. I'm so glad you're not gone. I'm even so much of you. You've given so much to me, and you've given so much to us. And Joe, you've given so much to us.
Big lug.
I'm so sorry that everything bad happened tonight. And Mark is going to be fine. He's going to be just fine. He just ran out of air for a while. Good night.